Why do you need an AR-15? It's the most common question I get from people who are not familiar with gun culture. The question is usually followed by what they hear in the media, and it's usually negative.
Now there's a surprise.
Now, there are plenty of great videos speaking about the AR-15, both for and against it. The challenge, in my opinion, is that it's usually a heated debate of finger-pointing and name-calling. I'd rather share my personal opinion and experience and why I choose to own one, advocate that you own one too. The AR stands for Armalite Rifle, not Assault Rifle. Armalite is the name of the manufacturer. Assault can apply to anything: a hammer, a knife, a handgun, a baseball bat, and just about anything you can use to assault someone with.
That's a good point.
So I don't fall for that nonsense.
You are one stubborn son of a bitch.
As a law-abiding citizen, the Constitution clearly states that it is my right to own any gun that upholds history and tradition. That does not mean only the guns that were available at the time the Second Amendment was ratified in 1791. That's why the amendment uses the word arms rather than naming specific weapons. Our forefathers knew technology would progress, and the Constitution was written to withstand the test of time. Granted, our forefathers wrote the Constitution having just come out of a war in which common citizens fought alongside organized militias and armies. This brings me to the argument of needing AR-style firearms to fight a tyrannical government. That's not why I own one.
Then why do you have one?
I don't lose any sleep thinking that the US government will go to war with its citizens. Do I believe it's possible? Sure. History teaches us so. Does the idea that there are more privately owned guns than people act as a deterrent to our government? Perhaps, but for me personally, it's not the primary concern. We can all see what's going on in the world. We don't all feel it yet because we may live in a bubble of some sort, and what happens in other countries or states is on the other side of our TV or mobile screen, until it isn't. Nowadays, I live in a bubble too. I don't see or feel an immediate danger. I work, shop, dine, and enjoy my life very much.
You lucky bastard.
I'm not a doomsday conspiracy theorist, but I'm still prepared just in case. My bubble burst multiple times, and I was a victim of violent attacks twice. That taught me to be aware of my surroundings at all times, learn some self-defense skills, and eventually get a gun and learn how to use it responsibly and skillfully. I started with pistols and had little interest in rifles. Yes, I heard the arguments about tyrannical governments and multiple attackers, but still wasn't persuaded.
Why are you being so stubborn, Holmes?
For a civilian, I'm quite skilled with a handgun and train often. I feel confident that I can handle one or more run-of-the-mill gangbangers if all other means of de-escalation and escape fail. But then came the COVID pandemic, and I watched the society collapse, cities were burning, and ordinary folks turned on each other. We got a taste of what anarchy would look like and how ugly humanity can become. Also, in my part of the world, hurricanes can be devastating and destroy entire towns. Looting and violent crime spread quickly in the aftermath. Remember Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, Louisiana, and more recently, Hurricane Ian in Fort Myers, Florida? I hope we never experience any of these again. But unfortunately, history teaches us that we will.
Why do you keep saying that?
That's why I reconsidered my position on owning an AR-style firearm.
Well, it's about time.
If we have another episode of such magnitude, criminal gangs will run rampant and will attempt to victimize those unable to resist, to seize supplies, and control territory with fear and intimidation. Most ordinary folks are not prepared with enough supplies to last more than 2 to 3 days, and will do whatever it takes to feed themselves and their families when there is no more food and water in the pantry. Incidents will not be a one-off. Expect to be raided and threatened repeatedly by multiple armed raiders, and they will have ARs, AKs, handguns, and shotguns. Some will likely wear body armor. The National Guard and police will be focusing their limited resources in central locations and to protect vital infrastructure such as hospitals, evacuation routes, nuclear plants, and government facilities. They will not bother with the suburbs or residential neighborhoods. We'll be on our own and solely responsible for our families. And if any time would be more opportune for terrorist cells to take advantage of a bad situation and terrorize, this will be it. They're already here and waiting. As confident as I am in my skills and continue to train and improve, there is only so much I can do with a handgun against heavily armed mobs. I will need more firepower, and an AR-style rifle will provide that. I will still need and want my handguns, but these will become secondary. Handguns will not carry enough capacity and will not be powerful enough against body armor.
I'm in deep shit, I know.
Now, ARs are also great hunting rifles. If a crisis occurs, I will not bug out. I will stay put and defend my home, family, and supplies. But if I run out of food, I can hunt with my AR.
That's crazy.
No, that's brilliant.
There are some cows around, but I will not be the only one going after them. I will have to leave my home and family to get me one and procure a truck and help to get it home. Then there is the prep and storage work, and I will not be good at all that. However, there is plenty of small game around, like rabbits and squirrels, I can deal with more easily, and my trusted AR can handle it just perfectly. I have the ability in seconds to convert my AR from a rifle that shoots heavier, more powerful ammunition to a rifle that shoots small caliber ammunition, small enough to hunt for small game at long distance and without causing a mess. And lastly, ARs are so much fun to shoot. My purpose for owning guns is for the reasons I described above: self-defense, protecting my home, family, and community. It's what I train for and enjoy.
You want a medal for that?
But I have an absolute blast training with my AR. It is so versatile and fun to shoot. So unless you're completely anti-gun and buying into the nonsense the media feeds us about a scary black rifle, I dare you to go out and shoot an AR under the supervision of someone who's well trained with them. I have a nasty suspicion it will put a smile on your face and leave you wanting more.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and watch the next video right here. Train hard, often, and safely, and I'll see you at the range.